Eagles. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Dia. Let's start by taking it to our sports team.
Hey Wargos, Payne here with your sports server this week. On Saturday, competition cheer will cheer at Dawson County High School. On Monday, softball will travel to Raven County. And on Tuesday, softball will travel to North Hall to play their final game of the season. That's all the sports I have for you guys this week.
For any students going to college, there will be a Gainesville Probe College Fair on October 13th from 6 to 8 in the Gainesville Civic Center. Over 50 representatives will be there for students and families to speak with, so make sure you come by.
The deadline for senior ads is November 4th. Picture retake day is October 17th for any underclassmen who are absent, didn't take a photo, or are unhappy with their photo. You can still go to WarEagleYearbook.com to purchase a yearbook if you haven't already. Now here's the weather forecast for next week.
Hey Chesty, after the trunk incident, I haven't been the same, which is why I quit weather. And now I'm doing a cooking show, Chesty Eats. I'm here with my guest, John Sykes.
That's me.
And today we're going to be making some Halloween-themed cookies. So today we're going to start off with dry ingredients, and John will get the wet ingredients. I'm going to pour in the brown sugar. We have everything already pre-measured out, so next we're going to add an egg, but only the yolk. One egg, only the yolk, only the yellow part. I learned that's what a yolk is today. And I saw this on that one Netflix show where they cook.
No, I saw that one too.
You saw that, specifically that one?
Yeah. Like where they cook. And
Yeah.
It's like the competition though.
Yeah, and they always cry or something.
But like the sad backstory.
They had the sad backstory, all of that, all the pizzazz. While we're waiting for that, we have John here mixing up all the dry ingredients. Why don't you show them, John? Right here in the middle?
Dry ingredients.
Yep.
Look at that.
Show them
It's
right
going
here,
grand.
up here. Yeah.
It's going grand.
Yippee! Yeah! Yeah, and then next I have to add some honey. Yeah, ow, that's alright. Ow, oh man.
Look
Beer,
at that.
beer butter. Oh, that smells so good.
Man,
That's wonderful.
I wish we were eating it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that cooking the egg?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
oh my god.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
What a time to be alive.
God bless America. Look at that, Chesty. Isn't that beautiful? Just pure corn syrup. Then I needed that again. I'm gonna wash this. You keep them company, John.
Imagine trying to cook cookies in like Iceland or Greenland, you know? Like it's so cold over there. Like you couldn't even cook them.
Also, you have to live in Greenland. I'm finally gonna get to my mixing after John's been whisking his around for a few minutes.
I'm tired of
Everything
this.
is stuck.
Wow.
Look
God
at that.
bless America.
Look at that. Look at that.
God, no.
We don't even
get that out of
look
here.
at that. Look at that. Look at that.
God bless America.
That's
That is-
beautiful.
That is something.
We don't even need to make cookies anymore. We can just eat this raw.
That is
Pure, just pure sugar, egg, a whole stick of butter.
Yeah,
Not even like an egg, just the yolk. The thing that feeds the baby chicken while it's developing in an egg. You know, we took that from a baby. So, you know what? We live in America. We don't need to do this by hand. We got this thing. Yeah. So we're just gonna. Oh heck yeah. God bless, yeah. We may have a minimum wage of $7.50, which is barely enough to keep us alive. But we got cookies.
Where else can you make cookies like this?
For real. God bless America. And we needed a cup and a half.
A little bit more. That should be good.
God bless America. I love this. You know, while I'm talking here, other food cooks and their shows would usually be like, hey, my grandkids love these, but since I'm gonna die alone and have no one to love and have no children that will make grandchildren, I can't do that. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, I love making these all by myself. But today I got John Sykes, so that makes it better than being alone all the time. You know, look at that. God, these are huge. What? It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Look at that. And then we just. Look at that. You took out the spoon, right?
The spoon?
Well, Chesty, I just burned down my house. And I did, in fact, save the cookies. So
there's good in that. But I was also fired from being a chef on their show again. So I'm back to being a weatherman. Here's your weather. On Friday, we're gonna have a high of 83 and a low of 54 with a 4% chance of rain. On Saturday, we'll have a high of 79 and a low of 49 with a 7% chance of rain. And on Sunday, we'll have a high of 72 and a low of 52 with a 6% chance of rain. The rest of the week's gonna be pretty cloudy, Chesty. And that's all for this week, Chesty. Have a great day and go War Eagles.
Before we end today's news segment, we have a very special announcement.
I met McIntyre my freshman year, and it also happened to be his first year here at Chastity. And I feel like together, and as well as the whole class of 2023, saw McIntyre grow and the AV program here expand into something that is much more than what it initially was. He has always been very supportive. I started off just sort of having an interest with turning on a camera. Yet now I've realized that I like going out and interviewing people. I like coming up with like scripts, and any idea that I have, McIntyre is always there and is very supportive, and I just very much appreciate that from him. And he always has a positive attitude. Even like on days when we have to stay to do the football live streams, he's running around the school for like an hour trying to get everything to be perfect, and when everything is finally settled, he's just there with a big smile. But I'll forever be grateful to have met him.
McIntyre has affected a lot of things in my life. Cause see, I went into this school not knowing anything about AV, and I just was knowing about sports and stuff. But as soon as McIntyre told me about these football games that I could go to, basketball, volleyball games, the first time he brought me to a football game, that's what really inspired me to do all these things and doing the news and stuff. So all this stuff about me joining all of this is because of him. Really, that's the biggest thing that's happened, because I had no idea what I was going to do after high school until I got into his class first year.
When it comes to teachers I've had in my entire life, I mean we could talk a high school standpoint, but in my entire life I've never had a teacher more passionate about what they do. Never before have I ever felt like McIntyre acted like he was superior to me or to any of the other AV students. He always just put himself on our level and tried to tackle problems from our level. And I really liked that about him. I mean, ever since I started taking this class, I took Audio Video 1 my freshman year as a filler class because I didn't want an elective. And ever since that, it's just been completely a 180 for me. I thought I was going to go into a career in computer science, computer engineering, something like that, or do something more trade-based. But after my freshman year, I realized this is what I want to do with my life. I feel like Mr. McIntyre has really helped me channel my passion. He has given me and all the other AV students a toy box to play with, to show us what we truly can do in this field and just how well it fits us as people. And I don't think there's a better teacher that could do that job than him, especially with how compassionate he is and how much he cares for each of his students individually. All of these years in high school, it's been an emotional journey, and I really feel like I've emotionally connected with him. From cold football games on Friday nights, staying out till 12 a.m. to basketball tournaments at the high school, to going to Skills USA in Atlanta and hopefully going again this year. Yeah, I really am so glad that McIntyre was the one that we got to experience it with. He is probably the best teacher I've ever had in my life, and I think he totally deserves a Teacher of the Year nomination.
Dude, McIntyre. I can say a lot about McIntyre. One of the biggest things is I think a lot of people can say this, and I don't want to kind of seem like I'm just another one of those people, but he has done a lot. Not only for me, but for the school. McIntyre is always on top of things. He's always trying to get stuff done. And I've known him since I was a freshman, which happened to be his first year too. So I had the experience and the joy of watching him grow as a teacher, which was really fun. He started out, he didn't really know what to do that well. I'm not saying he was a bad teacher to start out with, but he was new, and you could tell. And kind of watching him get used to the school and get used to what he was doing was super cool. Audio video is one of those things that I never thought that I would want to do for the rest of my life, but here I am. I want to go to college, do this stuff, and make a living off of it. So I think McIntyre obviously did something right there. Even if you're in the class and you're just having a bad day, I mean, he's come over to me and asked me if I'm okay, and that really helped a lot some days that I needed it. And it's really gonna suck knowing that this is kind of my last year with him.
Earlier in my life, I wasn't really sure about like what I wanted to do when I grow up, and I was kind of scared of getting older because I didn't really have anything planned. I felt like everything that I enjoyed, I wasn't very good at. But my sophomore year, I joined AV, and I loved it ever since. McIntyre just has a way of creating like a nest or like a garden to like start these creative ideas and just letting these kids grow and grow and grow. And I just can't thank him enough for letting me find my passion.
McIntyre has had a very positive effect on my life. He showed me a career path that I really love and want to enjoy and continue in. Any question that I've ever had, he had an answer for. If I wanted to be involved in something, he gave me a job to do. He is very active in the community, and if you don't have anything to do and you're interested in learning something, he has someone that can help you with that.
McIntyre affected me greatly. I thought this class was going to be an easy 100 for my GPA. McIntyre taught me to use my imagination and creativity on how to record videos, and that imagination and creativity he used made me creative and has made me think out of the box. So I'd say McIntyre has had an impact on me.
McIntyre has affected me in a lot of ways, especially since I want to go into film in the future. From level 1 all the way to level 3 that I am now, he's just been showing me a lot. He's always honest and like truthful in your abilities. If he can see that you can make it in the future, he will tell you. And that is one thing that has left a mark in my life. McIntyre is always like, he's just a fun teacher. Like he's probably the best teacher ever. I started this program with McIntyre, now I'm ending it with McIntyre. I definitely still want to keep in contact with McIntyre in the future. He leaves a mark on all his students and he inspires his students, and I feel like he doesn't know that, and maybe he acknowledges it, but he should just let it sink in. So when McIntyre like says something about the field you're gonna go in, he makes you want to push forward. Yeah, McIntyre definitely strengthened my confidence and my abilities, and now I can make like these incredible films that I always wanted to, but I never thought I'd be doing now. Everything that he says, I always try to keep in the back of my mind. Hey, remember this. And now I'm set for the future, and I'm set to be successful just because of McIntyre. And he set every one of his students that are like truly passionate about audio, video, and film to be successful.
So for me, he played a really huge part in realizing what I wanted to do after high school and basically for the rest of my life. Because I went through a really long phase of anxiety because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and it felt like everyone around me knew what they wanted to do already or even just had an idea. And I had nothing. I didn't even start high school with him as my AV teacher, but the transition was also something that I really needed. With our old AV teacher, I learned the concepts and basics of being on camera, recording, and editing. But in the following years, I really got to take all of that and put it into action and start doing. He also gave me the time and opportunity to branch out with my own ideas and experiment with new things, which eventually led to me starting to compete in film competitions and led to things like Hope Givers and me working with PBS and GPB with student reporting labs. I probably wouldn't be sitting here in my dorm room in upstate New York as a film student without everything he had done as a teacher and as a mentor and as a supporter. I'm super thankful that I got to be one of his students and also one of his first even, because now I get to go off and do all these really cool things and also watch everything that everyone after me is going to accomplish and how much further the program grows. And that was also something that was a big motivator for me senior year, was to go off and show people that you could do all of these things, even if you come from a school like Chestatee in northeastern Gainesville, Georgia. And I also love meeting new people and telling them about how amazing my program was and about all of the memories that I have with the rest of the students and with my amazing teacher.
The faculty and staff at Chester T. High School have voted and elected the 2023-24 Teacher of the Year. This year's Teacher of the Year, elected by the faculty and staff of Chester T. High School, is none other than Mr. Stephen McIntyre.
Congratulations, Teacher of the Year. Mr. Mack. Congratulations, well Perfect. Alrighty. Thanks, ladies. Congrats.
Well, everyone, that is all the news we have for this week. Have a great weekend and go War Eagles.